Let me ask you a question. Where did your last 24 hours go? Think about it for a second. How much of it was spent on things that truly matter? How much was invested in your future? Or did most of it slip away, lost in distractions, obligations, and the demands of the day? See, time is the great equalizer. Doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, young or old. We all get the same 24 hours every day. The difference? Some people master their time while others let it master them. Some use time to build wealth, create impact, and design a future of their choosing. Others waste it and wake up years later wondering where it all went. Now, here's the hard truth. Most people don't lose their future in a single moment. They lose it little by little, 1 hour at a time. They lose it by pressing snooze one too many times, by saying, I'll do it tomorrow until there are no more tomorrows left, by spending their best hours on entertainment instead of education, on gossip instead of growth, on comfort instead of challenge. But you're different. You're here because you want more. You're here because something inside of you knows that life is too short to be wasted, that the dreams in your heart won't wait forever. You're here because you're ready to take ownership, not just of your time, but of your life, your choices, your destiny. So let me give you the first lesson. If you don't take control of your time, someone else will. And if you let the world decide how you spend your hours, don't be surprised when it doesn't build the life you want. Society has a plan for you, but let me tell you, it's not a plan for success. It's a plan to keep you busy, distracted, and comfortable. But comfort never built empires. Comfort never created legacy. Comfort never made history. You want to change your life? Start by changing how you spend your time. It's not about having more hours in the day. It's about making the hours you have count. It's about cutting out the distractions, eliminating the excuses, and replacing wasted time with productive habits. It's about saying no to what doesn't serve you so you can say yes to the future that's waiting for you. So tonight, before you go to bed, take a look at your schedule. Is it a reflection of your dreams, or is it a reflection of distractions? Because if you want to predict your future, all you have to do is look at how you're spending your time today. And here's the best part. It's never too late to take control. It's never too late to reclaim your time, refocus your energy, and rewrite your future. But it starts now, not tomorrow, not next week, right now. Because time waits for no one. The question is, will you use it or will you lose it? Time is life's most valuable currency. Once it's spent, you can never get it back. You can lose money and make it again. You can lose opportunities and find new ones. But time, once it's gone forever. And yet most people treat it as if they have an endless supply. They wake up each day, go through the motions, react to whatever comes their way, and then wonder why they're not where they want to be. They say, I don't have enough time. But the truth is, they do. The problem isn't time. It's how they use it. Think about it. You ever met someone who's always busy but never gets anywhere? Always rushing, always exhausted, but somehow never making progress? That's not a time problem. That's a priority problem. That's someone who has surrendered control of their hours to distractions, obligations, and whatever the world throws their way. Because here's the reality. If you don't take ownership of your time, something or someone else will. Society has a way of keeping you occupied, but never fulfilled. There's always another notification to check, another demand to meet, another distraction to steal your focus. And if you don't take charge, you'll look up one day and realize that life passed you by while you were busy being busy. Now, let me tell you what successful people understand. They know that time is a tool. They know that every hour they have is an opportunity to build the future they want. They don't just let time happen to them. They direct it. They shape it. They make it work for them. They don't waste time complaining about what they don't have. They use time to create what they want. They don't let distractions dictate their day. They dictate their own priorities. That's the difference between drifting through life and designing life. So the question is, how are you spending your time? Are you investing it in things that move you forward, or are you just spending it on things that keep you stuck? Every day, you have 24 hours. That's 1,440 minutes. That's 8, 6, 4, 0, 0 seconds, and every single one of them counts, because how you spend your time is how you spend your life. If you want to reclaim your future, start by reclaiming your time. Audit your day. Where are the hours going? Who's controlling them? You or everyone else? Be intentional. Guard your time like you would guard your most valuable possession, because that's exactly what it is. The difference between the person who achieves their goals and the person who doesn't isn't luck, talent, or intelligence. It's how they use their time. The good news is, no matter how much time you've wasted in the past, you can start fresh today. You can take back control. But you have to decide, because time waits for no one. And if you don't own your hours, someone else will. Success isn't about having more time. It's about using the time you have wisely. Everyone gets the same 24 hours. But what separates the successful from the average is how they use them. The person who builds wealth, creates impact, and shapes a future of their choosing isn't given extra hours in the day. They don't have more luck, more talent, or more opportunities handed to them. They simply use their time differently. They operate with discipline. They understand that success isn't a matter of chance. It's a matter of choice. And that choice begins with how you spend each moment. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It's the thing that turns intentions into results, dreams into reality, and potential into achievement. Without it, time slips away, opportunities are lost, and regret takes its place. But with it, even the smallest, most consistent actions can compound into something extraordinary. It's not about working harder, it's about working smarter, being intentional, and refusing to let distractions steal the hours that could be shaping your future. Think about the people who seem to accomplish more in a day than most do in a week. What's their secret? It's not that they have superhuman energy or endless motivation. It's that they have mastered the art of self-discipline. They have trained themselves to do what needs to be done, even when they don't feel like it. They've eliminated the habit of making excuses and replaced it with the habit of execution. They know that every decision to procrastinate, to delay, to give in to distraction is a decision to push their success further into the future. And they refuse to let that happen. Most people wait to feel motivated before they take action, but the truth is, motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes like the wind. Discipline, however, is steady. It's reliable. It doesn't ask how you feel, it asks what needs to be done. The most successful people don't rely on feelings to guide their actions. They rely on principles, routines, and systems that keep them on track even when they don't feel like showing up. The key is to start small. You don't need to overhaul your entire life in one day. You just need to commit to one small, disciplined action at a time. Maybe it's waking up 30 minutes earlier to read, to plan your day, to work on a skill. Maybe it's cutting out an hour of mindless entertainment and replacing it with learning something that will help you grow. The actions themselves may seem small, but over time, they create momentum, and momentum creates transformation. Time is either working for you or against you. The difference is discipline. The question is, are you letting your days be dictated by distractions, or are you taking control? The choice is yours. But understand this, every time you choose discipline over comfort, you bring yourself one step closer to the future you want. Every wasted hour is a lost opportunity. Every moment spent on distractions is a moment that could have been invested in building something meaningful. It's easy to get caught up in entertainment, social media, endless scrolling, or mindless activities that offer short-term pleasure but no long-term reward. The problem isn't that these things exist. The problem is when they steal time away from what truly matters. The greatest danger isn't failure, it's distraction. Because failure at least teaches you something, but distraction simply steals from you. It takes your most valuable resource, your time, and gives you nothing in return. Look at how most people spend their time. They wake up, check their phones, react to messages, scroll through social media, watch videos, and consume content that adds little to their lives. Hours pass by, and by the end of the day, they wonder why they haven't made progress. They complain about not having enough time to chase their dreams, but the truth is, the time was always there. They just traded it for something else. The difference between those who succeed and those who stay stuck isn't talent or luck. It's focus. Successful people guard their time like their life depends on it because, in many ways, it does. They know that every distraction they eliminate is another step closer to their goals. If you want to change your life, start by changing how you use your time. Take a hard look at where your hours are going. How much time do you spend on entertainment versus education? How much time is wasted on mindless scrolling when it could be used to learn a skill, build a business, or improve yourself? The greatest investment you can make is in yourself, but that requires making better choices with your time. Instead of mindless entertainment, choose purposeful learning. Instead of wasting hours on distractions, use that time to work on something that moves you forward. Instead of saying, "I don't have time," start saying, "I will make time." The truth is, there will always be distractions. There will always be temptations pulling you away from what truly matters. But the people who win in life aren't the ones who never feel tempted. They're the ones who stay disciplined despite the temptations. They set boundaries. They turn off notifications. They say no to things that don't align with their goals. They don't let distractions dictate their schedule. They dictate their own priorities. Success isn't built on big dramatic moments. It's built in the small daily decisions. It's built in the moments when you choose to stay focused instead of giving in to distractions. It's built when you replace wasted time with productive action. Every hour you reclaim from distraction is an hour you can use to create a better future. The choice is simple. You can either let distractions control you, or you can take control of your time. The decision you make today will shape the life you live tomorrow. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Too many people wait, hoping that someday their life will change, that someday they will have more time, more money, more opportunity. But the truth is, the future isn't something that happens to you. It's something you build with the choices you make every single day. Every action, every habit, every decision you make today is shaping the person you will become tomorrow. If you're not intentional about the future you want, life will design one for you, and chances are it won't be the one you hope for. Look at anyone who has achieved success in any area of life. It didn't happen by accident. It wasn't luck. It wasn't chance. It was the result of daily habits, of discipline, of decisions made with a clear vision in mind. The people who succeed are the ones who take responsibility for their future. They don't wait for circumstances to improve. They improve themselves. They don't hope for opportunities. They create them. They don't wish for success. They work for it. But most people don't live this way. Most people operate in reaction mode. They wake up, go through the motions, respond to whatever life throws at them, and then wonder why they aren't where they want to be. They let circumstances dictate their future instead of taking control. They believe they have time, but the truth is, time is slipping away every single day. The difference between where you are now and where you want to be isn't found in some distant future. It's found in the small decisions you make today, the books you read, the skills you develop, the actions you take. The future isn't built in one day, but it is built every day. The habits you develop now will either bring you closer to success or push you further away from it. This is why clarity is so important. If you don't know where you're going, you'll never get there. You have to define your future before you can create it. What do you want? What kind of life do you want to build? What kind of person do you want to become? Once you have that vision, your job is to take daily steps toward it. Not next week, not next year, now. Because every day you wait is a day lost. There is no perfect time to start. There is only now. If you want a better future, you have to start building it today. You have to start acting like the person you want to become. You have to start making decisions based on where you want to go, not where you are now. Success doesn't happen by chance. It happens by choice. And the most powerful choice you can make is to take control of your time, your actions, and your future, starting today. What you write in your calendar is a direct reflection of your goals. If something isn't scheduled, it isn't real. It's just a wish, an idea floating around in your mind, something you'll get to someday. But someday never comes. Successful people don't rely on memory, mood, or motivation to get things done. They rely on structure, on planning, on a schedule that reflects their priorities. They don't let life push them around. They don't leave their success up to chance. They take control of their time, and by doing that, they take control of their future. The difference between people who achieve their goals and people who don't isn't intelligence, talent, or luck. It's how they manage their time, it's whether they schedule the things that matter or just hope they'll somehow find the time. Because let's be honest, if you don't plan it, life will fill your schedule with things that don't serve you. There will always be another distraction, another demand, another reason to put off what truly matters. That's why you have to be intentional. You have to sit down and decide in advance what deserves your time and what doesn't. You have to treat your schedule like it's sacred because it is. Look at your calendar right now. Does it reflect your dreams, your goals, your ambitions? Or is it filled with random obligations, distractions, and time-wasting activities? If someone else were to look at your schedule, would they be able to tell what you're working toward? Or would it just look like another list of busy work? Because the reality is, if your goals don't have a place in your schedule, they won't have a place in your life. You can talk about them all day long, but if they don't show up in your daily routine, they will never become a reality. This is why successful people schedule their priorities instead of prioritizing their schedule. They don't just fit things in when they have extra time. They make time. They block out space for learning, for health, for relationships, for personal growth. They don't let their days be dictated by randomness. They control their time so their time doesn't control them. It doesn't matter how big or small the task is. If it matters to you, put it in your schedule. If improving your health is a goal, schedule your workouts. If financial growth is a priority, schedule time to learn about investing or start that side business. If relationships are important, schedule time to connect with loved ones. And then protect those blocks of time like your future depends on them, because it does. At the end of the day, your results won't be determined by what you intended to do. They will be determined by what you actually did. And what you actually do is a direct reflection of what's on your schedule. If you want to change your life, start by changing your calendar, because the life you're living today is a result of the time choices you made in the past. And the life you'll have in the future will be shaped by the choices you make now. At the end of the day, the life you build will be a direct result of how you spend your time. No one drifts their way to success. No one stumbles into a great future by accident. It happens through intention, discipline, and the daily choices you make. Every hour you reclaim, every distraction you eliminate, every habit you build, it all adds up. Because time, once gone, never returns. The difference between those who achieve their dreams and those who don't isn't luck, talent, or opportunity. It's focus. It's discipline. It's the ability to take control of time instead of letting it slip away. Too many people wait for motivation, wait for the perfect moment, wait for life to give them what they want. But waiting is just another way of wasting time. The truth is, you already have everything you need to start. You don't need more time. You need to use the time you have more effectively. So the question is, what are you going to do with the time you have left? Are you going to let it pass by, lost in distractions, spent on things that don't move you forward? Or are you going to take ownership of every moment, direct your days with purpose, and create a future that excites you? The choice is yours. Your future is not waiting for you. It is being built by you right now in the way you spend each day. Don't wait another moment. Reclaim your time, take back control, and start creating the life you were meant to live.